Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Kaizen Spotlight, where we have fantastic conversation with Kaizen champions. And joining me this evening, all the way from Myanmar, from Yangon, is Mr. Myint Soe. Good evening, Mr. Myint Soe.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. And it's my absolute pleasure to introduce a phenomenal personality, very well-known personality from Myanmar, and who is also a Kaizen champion. And the only reason why we have these conversations in Kaizen Spotlights is because we find an opportunity to interact with Kaizen champions. So let me introduce Mr. Myint Soe. Mr. Myint Soe is a lawyer by training. But he has been in the garment industry for a very long time. In fact, he's the chairman of a garment manufacturing company by the name Shwe Sakar. And we have the opportunity of working very closely with this organization, helping them build operational excellence and implement Kaizen, practices. And he's also the chairman of the Myanmar Garment Association. And he's also on the board of the Myanmar Industry Association. A very tall personality. In fact, historically, before garments, he was in the blanket business. And so he knows, he has been in the garment and in this domain, fashion domain, for a very long time. And his manufacturing facilities supply to the US markets, European markets, etc. So welcome back, sir. And absolute pleasure to have this conversation with you. And my first question to you is, let us forget about Shwe Sakar. Let's forget that you're a chairman. Let's forget you're a chairman of the Manufacturer Association, of Garment Manufacturer Association. What about Kaizen? What about operational excellence appeals to you personally, at a personal level? Why do you find it very interesting?
So personally, it's for the Kaizens. The Kaizen is for the one of the systems. This system is very important for how to change our habits. This for this very important point or the Kaizens. So not only for the business, for all the personality also, right? We need the Kaizens because we need to change our habit to move forward with the good success in our life.
Perfect. Very right, sir. Unless habits change, nothing changes. And during this Corona situation, I think it is very important for all to change our habits, because if we are not wearing our mask, we are not careful about washing our hands, I think it's going to be a very big challenge. And I believe that this pandemic can only be controlled if our habits change. And in the same way, if our habits change in our manufacturing sector, I think our industries will become more productive and more cost efficient and quality focused. So absolutely right. And that leads me to my second question. You have been championing this change of habits, the Kaizen program, in your own company, because as the chairman of the Association of Garment Manufacturers, of course, it is very easy for you to tell that, oh, everybody in the garment sector should improve productivity, should apply Kaizen, become efficient. But I think as a champion, you started it in your own company first before you can talk and promote elsewhere. So what has been your experience, sir?
So firstly, when I started the garments, for the traditional way, all the very, very traditional ways that we are doing, so very, very long term, so more than 10 years, we are based on our own habits and own experiences. So after that, we found for the industrial engineering, this for the time study, line flow, for the bottleneck, all the these procedures and methods we found. After that, we consider, based on the industrial engineering, not enough for our garment industry. So when I supported steps with this ILO in the Myanmar, so the cooperation with the Kaizen Institute, and they introduced the Kaizen's method to the Myanmar, especially for the garment industry. I found that after that, I contacted to for this Kaizens for the leaders in the Myanmar. So we discussed, maybe more than 2 years, we have been discussing how we can start the Kaizen in my own garment factory. Finally, we got the agreement with this Myint Soe colleagues or the Kaizen Institute, PJ, Allen's, and me. We started last this October 2019. After that, I had to introduce our support team, especially supervisor and the high-level production manager and the HR manager, everything. So I had to introduce and persuade to them to cooperate to start the Kaizen. So after that, slowly we start, and after that, we got this Kaizen. What is the Kaizen? Kaizens are prepared to us what for the habit change, teamwork, and also the productivity. All of these languages, especially for the 5S. For these 3 R's for we got, and all of our team, they did confidence in the Kaizen, and also now all of awards for the team they are welcome the Kaizens, they are trying the Kaizens for all of the method. We having the moving forward with for the Kaizen Institute in my own company.
Fantastic. So what has been the improvement? Can you give us some numbers, some example, any improvement in productivity before and after? How has the team improved?
So we pick up for this together with for the Kaizen team, your team and our team. So we have the lines for the more than 30 lines, 3 lines. So after that we choose for the more than 2 lines. These 2 lines is for the very best conditions before we start for the Kaizen. So all of the things, our team is a choose for the very bad and the very low productivity, very for the disciplines and low 5S. That is the we choose the 2 line and the border. So after that, these 2 lines is fantasily for the chain, for the based on the productivity. So more than 20% we increase.
20%
productivity. And for the line balancing, the lines for this processing is for the very fantastic. For the events for all of these 2 line supervisor, they share their own experience before Kaizen and after the Kaizens. So now they are for the income is increasing, but for this their informant for the management is not serious, not for the headaches, not for this so much effort before the Kaizen. So they want they got for all of the Kaizen method and the productivity and the lines of flow, everything. Not only for the supervisor, for the operator also. For the they are very happy for the in the working place for the in the line. So that's for these 2 lines is a fantastic for the significance for the change in our company.
Fantastic. So you have been traditionally exporting to which countries, sir?
So now, sir, my market is for the 70% for the European market, and for the 10% for the United States, and the 20% for the Japan market.
Very good. So all these markets are very quality sensitive markets, and it is this Kaizen program and practices, I think, is helping you to better satisfy your customers, correct?
Yeah. For the quality matters, for the before that we start the Kaizens, our percentage reward percentage rate is more than 30%.
30% rework, okay.
Nowadays, for these 2 model line is under the 3%.
Fantastic. So very interesting. So viewers, I think you must have captured what the chairman just said, that in the model lines where we have started since October last year, into October 2019, in the 2 model lines, before there was rework of almost 30% on certain products, and now it is under 3%. and the
Yeah.
productivity is also improved by more than 20%. And since
Yeah.
they export to very sensitive markets, Japan is one of the markets, European markets, and also America, quality is an extremely important consideration. Chairman, now I will like to ask you, you see, among all the companies in Myanmar, all the government companies, what is your message? I think only a few companies have adopted these modern practices, operational excellence, Kaizen, so what is your message so that more people are able to, practice this and cut waste?
So firstly, for the world is for the not stable. Nowadays, we are facing the COVID-19 for this unexpected for this healthcare system. This is one thing. Another thing is for the climate change. World is for the changing a lot. These are the changing is for the very big challenging to our people. In the business sectors, for the especially governments for the product is for the big competitions where each others in the world market. So for the competition, meaning for the price is going down, quality is going up. This thing is the big competition. This between that. We have to work for this a lot of this workforce labor intensive industry. All of the workers' salary everywhere for the increasing. And this government's market competitions a lot, price is going down, and the quality is asking the very high. Between that, we must have the system. We must have the technique. What is the system? What is the technique? We need to find. So which one is for the better for their industry, especially for the government industry? All of the government industry need to explore for their current situations with the technology and system. My message to you for our colleagues, Kaizen is for me, personally for me is I can survive between for the big competition and going up for this workforce, going down or making charges. These things are for the system is for we can survive and we can stay in the between two differences for the garment industry. This is my message to you, to our garment industry.
Thank you very much, Sir Chairman. Very inspiring. So your message is very clear. If you adopt these good practices, if you focus on cutting waste, improving the manufacturing flow, and engage the team, engage the people in making continual improvement, you are very confident that the garment sector can face the competition and will be able to not only face the competition, but also have a profitable growth in the world market. So I should say thank you very much, Chairman, for your time. And our Kaizen Spotlight is a 10 minutes, 15 minutes conversation because, people want to listen to very short but interesting insights. So thank you very much again for your time, and we will keep in touch.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.